Welcome back to Not So Pro Football Talk. And today, what's the name? I've butchered this intro. I'm so sorry. We got a record-breaking deal today. There's the word for Justin Jefferson. So that's why we decided today that we are going to rank every single wide receiver in the NFL. And you would have to imagine now that Justin Jefferson is the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, that he should be number one. Well, you'll have to wait and find out where me and Vince ranks him. But this should be a fun video. Make sure you guys stay tuned all the way through. And we're going to be ranking every single player, wide receiver. We're doing it almost like 3 or 4 per team. So it might be a little lengthy. Stick with us. And help us figure out some of these players' faces. Because if we had jersey numbers, we would be fine. But I don't see all these players' faces. But let's get right into it. You ready, Vince?
I'm ready. Let's try it.
All right. Let's go ahead and this is our tier maker. So we got the different tiers. Elite at the very top, a wide receiver 1. So wide receiver 1, they should be like the solidified like top receiver for their team. But then an elite is like you're above everyone else. Then obviously you got your good players that are good, like your number 2 wide receivers. You got those mid-tier players, 3 or 4 guys, makes roster. They're just good enough that they can still make a roster at this point. And then you have the straight-up liabilities. Now, I already know who I'm going to place in this one, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But right off the bat, we're going to go down the roster. And, yes, I did add our rookies from the first round into this tier maker. But right off the bat, Vincent, who is this guy?
I think he is Khalil Shakir.
That is. I think so.
Could be.
Stay with us, guys. This is tough. All right. Usually we have 3 guys here with AJ with us to help us figure out these guys' faces. But AJ bailed. Apparently, he's counting things. I don't know how long it takes you to count something, AJ, but we need you here, right, buddy? All right. So Shakir, I think. That's mid to makes roster. Am I right here, Vince?
Yeah, I think he's going to be makes roster for me. Who's to say that he's going to be a starter for much longer?
For sure. So we agree right there. Makes roster right now. Now, the next guy, I mean, I hate to put someone up at elite already, but to say he's just a wide receiver 1 of the greatest wide receivers, he's going to go up on like the top wide receiver list by the end of his career, I think. Then he's going to go make some other stuff out after the NFL. We're not going to talk about that. But I think he has to be in the elite level. Would you agree here, Vince?
I would agree. I think there's nothing more to say with his speed, his route running, his catching ability. But before we move on to our next Dolphins person, Reed, we should do Keon Coleman. I don't know if you added him in this tier maker from the draft this year, but he was the Bills. I believe he was an early first round pick because I think the Bills traded out, but I still think we should add him just because he's probably going to be their number 1 wide receiver. But Keon Coleman, he's 6'4", 215. I have his stats up here, so he was pretty good in college. But yeah, whenever you add him there, I think for now we just have to put him at mid, just because I feel like we don't know too much about him. We don't know if he's going to be good wide receiver 1 material or if he's just going to be one of those guys that makes the roster. But from all the hype, we've heard that he's a great number 1 option for the Bills this year.
So I did forget to add him because he was the second round guy, but he technically was a first round type of talent. We'll give him that. There was a lot of wide receivers taken in the first round. So I'll put him here in mid for now. But I'm not too sure. I mean, I think the real hype around him has just been his personality and how funny he's been. AJ has gone on the record. He's calling him a thug already. Yes, I'm putting you on blast here, AJ. But yeah, we can put him in for mid here, and I think that's good. All right. Now, I don't think I've ever seen Jalen Waddle's face, but this is Jalen Waddle, right?
Yes, that's Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, okay. I would say if he wasn't with the Dolphins, he would be a legit wide receiver one. I know he gets outshined every single week because of what Tyreek Hill does, but I think his stats are incredible. He puts some incredible yardage per route run. I think he's like number 4 as far as route run per yard. So I would have to put him at wide receiver number 1.
Not bad. Yeah, I think I would put him at wide receiver 1 too, because I think he's way too much like talented to be just good. But he'll probably be in the middle of wide receiver 1 for me.
Okay. All right. Now next
that's Cedric Wilson Jr. Who's not on the Dolphins anymore, I believe. I think he's with the Saints.
Okay, I could see him doing well with the Saints. You got a lot of mid-tier wide receivers, a lot of room to grow. I would say mixed roster. I would call it that.
Yeah, I think that's where he would be for me also. I didn't really see too much of him during the season, so
it's hard to see other than Tyreek, Waddle, Mostert, and then what's the other running back's name?
A-Chain. However you say it. Achon. Yeah. There you go.
All right. So I would say around here, makes roster. I don't think we're going to rank too much in makes roster too much, but this is where we're going to put him for now. And then we got Juju. Now, here's a guy I don't like. As far as personality, he is mid to makes roster. I don't think I could put a rookie above him. But yeah, what are your thoughts on Juju, Vince? Like, I hate his personality.
He's just a weird player to me. Like, he's up and down. Like, there was a time when he was not the wide receiver 1 on his team, and he played decent, right? So they entrusted him to be a wide receiver 1. Did not work out. To this point in time, as of ESPN, he's not even in their starting lineup. He's their 5th wide receiver, and he has guys like KJ Osborne, Jalen Polk, who just got drafted this year, Demario Douglas, and Kendrick Bourne are ahead of him on the depth chart. So that just tells you how Juju is nowadays. But I think I would put him below the rookie, in my opinion, but just because I have not liked that guy for the past 2 to 3 years. So.
All right. I do apologize. I had my tab not open, so I did not see the comments. What is up, Teddy Belcher? Good to see you. Says Brandon, are you guys not worth Justin Jefferson money? Who's Brandon?
Brandon Ayuk, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's not worth Justin. No, there's very few people worth Justin Jefferson money. I had to question, even though I think Justin Jefferson's great, incredible. I had to question if he's worth Justin Jefferson money. We can get into that later when we talk about Justin Jefferson. He says Puka first. Puka Nacua is number 1 for him. He's going to put him at number 1. And then AJ, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Keon Coleman, so calling him a thug, absolute thug.
Thuggin'.
Wow. Can't believe this guy. So, guys, keep commenting. Tell us what you think about our tier maker, and I'll make sure I actually look at your comments this time. I apologize. All right, next up is KJ Osborne, who is now with the Patriots. Now, I like KJ Osborne. I think he showed flashes of being good with the Vikings last couple years, I would say. But he just got outshined by Addison, in my opinion, and Justin Jefferson too much, so they had to let go of him and move elsewhere. I think it's a mid-tier wide receiver. I would put him at top of mid for right now. He's not good. I wouldn't put him that far as his stats, but I would put him at top of mid for right now.
I'm down for that. I feel like he could sneak into the back end of good. He has his games, but as of like his average, I would say he's top of mid almost.
All right, I like it. Now, next up, we have Vince.
Dude, I really don't know who that is. I think it could be Devontae Parker.
It probably is.
But again, I don't know.
Do you know who this is?
I can't say that off the top of my head. I know.
Okay.
But I'll switch.
This is a rough start for us guys. We're gonna go ahead and put all the people who we don't know at the back here, and they might just make up the makes roster liability area. So I apologize, everybody. All right, we could not find a 2024 tier maker. I didn't have time to make my own. I apologize, everybody.
So I will say that the first guy is Devontae Parker.
Devontae Parker. All right, I think he retired. Am I right?
I feel like he did, honestly.
I thought I saw. Let me look it up right now.
It says so far that he on here doesn't say he's with a team.
I swear.
Yeah, he says retires. Yeah.
Yeah.
On May 21st, 2024, he retired from the NFL.
That's what I remember. Okay, so liability.
Pretty much. I mean, he was never really on the field all the time. He was always injured.
Yep. He had flashes during his rookie contract with the Dolphins where it looked like he'd be good, and then it just all fell apart. Very sad.
Yep.
All right. Next is Garrett Wilson.
Hold on, Reed. Hold on.
Oh,
I think the other Patriots player is Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne. All right. I would say makes roster. He makes roster.
Yeah.
He's going to be your last guy on your roster, and you got to sign him to a vet min. But he makes roster.
I would say so as well. It'd be pretty easy to have him there.
He's a good depth player, right? He's not wide receiver 3. That's why he's not mid.
True.
All right, Garrett Wilson. We're putting him in wide receiver 1, right?
I don't know, man.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think he's shown that he is a wide receiver 1 in this league just yet. I think he's good. Until he has one healthy season with Aaron Rodgers, who could possibly elevate him, as it always looked like in practice and Hard Knocks and all that crazy stuff, we'll see if he's a wide receiver 1, but I would put him somewhere in good. That's just me, though.
Okay. I mean, the yards are there. He's only had 2 seasons. They've both been over 1,000 yards. The touchdowns aren't there, but he really has not had a wide receiver. In my opinion, I kind of want to put him wide receiver 1 because I think if he went to another roster, he would be. But I'll settle with the top of good. I think he's going to stay at the top of good, in my opinion.
Sounds good to me. I'm down with it.
All right, Mike Williams. He's good.
Yeah, Mike Williams is good. He can sometimes be a liability, but he's still a great wide receiver. So, I would say he's good.
I can't put him down here.
No, we can't. But
I can't.
Just injury-wise, that's where liability comes in for me.
Yeah, but he's not wide receiver 1. I don't think he ever has been. He's just been a guy who Keenan Allen took all the attention, so he was able to make plays. But he's able to make plays if called upon. So I'll put him in good. Definitely not a mid player. Allen Lazard.
Take the floor, Reed.
So I'm a big, or at least I was a big Allen Lazard supporter out there. But I knew who he was at the end of the day. I did not think he would ever be a wide receiver 1. He never really became the Packers wide receiver 1 after Devontae. And after he went to the Jets, we thought they would have this great connection. Aaron Rodgers got hurt 4 plays in. Never got to see what Allen Lazard got to do. I
mean, I don't know, man.
I had to deal with some poop. So
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I don't understand because he just went poop.
Hey, man. He had a nice snack.
So I'll be back. Okay, Vincent.
Go ahead. I'll talk about some of the guys we have.
You just talk about players, and I'll put them where you want afterwards. Okay.
Sounds good. All right, guys. So as I'm here solo, as Reed was saying, Allen Lazard, I think he would end up putting Alan Lazard in the good position. I think it would be pretty wild if he put him in mid because, as he said, he was an Alan Lazard believer. And I still think Alan Lazard is a good wide receiver, but I think he would be at the back end of good for me. Reed might say that he's going to put him at mid, and I could see that totally. But we'll move on from Alan Lazard, former Packers player. So we'll go on to the next guy, who I believe is Malachi Corley. I'm not 100% sure here. So if you know who that is in the comments, go ahead and either validate me that it is Malachi Corley or say who else it is. But AJ says, he said Lizard King is poop. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see Reed saying that. But Gabe says CD Lamb over Jay Jettas. We'll see as we get closer over there. We're probably about maybe halfway there to getting to some of those guys. So we'll see what happens when we get there. But also Big Money Joe says, what's up, guys? What's up, Big Money? Haven't seen you in a while, at least from my perspective. So happy to have you back. But yeah, Malachi Corley, I think he's just going to end up making a roster. We'll see what happens after that. But moving on, I believe it is the Baltimore Ravens that is next. I think that is Rashad Bateman. It could be Zay Flowers, but I think Zay Flowers is the third guy. So I think Rashad Bateman is the first one up, followed by Odell Beckham Jr., who is on the Dolphins now, but he was with the Ravens in the 2023, as this is the 2023 tier maker. So I think Rashad Bateman. I think I'm going to have to put him, and AJ might get mad at me for this, but I think the stats will prove it just a little bit. But I think I'm going to put Rashad Bateman at mid until he can show me that he is actually a good receiver. I think I'm going to put him at mid because every time I've had him on my roster the past 2 years, and I'm pretty sure every time AJ's had him on this roster too, he usually gets dropped just because there's no production. It's very shaky. And AJ is already attacking me here. He says, yo, are you high? No, AJ, I'm not. I do think that he is mid. I think he'll be at the top of mid, encroaching into good, but I just don't think he's better than Garrett Wilson. I don't think he's better than Mike Wilson. But AJ will finally agree with me. He does say, JK, you are right. But I just think Rashad Bateman is not as good as we were expecting him to be, at least for fantasy purposes and yardage purposes. So, what's up, Reed?
What's up, dude?
Oh, what's that?
He just did a massive dump. He never poops. Usually he waits until tomorrow to poop.
Hey man, he's in a defiant mode right now. It's okay. But Alan Lazard, Reed, I put him probably at the back of good. I'm assuming you might put him way lower.
Yeah, he's way lower.
Hey man, I told the fans that you would put him probably at mid, but I would put him at the back of good at this point in time. I think he's better than KJ Osborne.
You were wrong here. He didn't even on the Jets. They put him as a healthy inactive. It's multiple times in the season because he just wasn't good. Wasn't.
It's true, but then you can also say that's why I have Garrett Wilson at good and not wide receiver 1 like you had him at. Just because the quarterback play wasn't there. So I looked at his stats already. Read it's 311 yards.
300.
Yeah, he was bad.
Catches.
He was bad, but that's also playing into factor that he did not have a quarterback that could throw accurately. And Alan Lazard, as you know, required a good quarterback in order to play at a high level. So maybe he is at mid, maybe makes roster like you're saying. Yes. So, but yeah, I'll let you put him wherever you feel like it.
He's right here. He's staying here. Right? I got the power.
Sounds cool. The other guy is Malachi Corley. I put him at makes roster because really he did not play well last year for the small amount of reps that he had. So that's where I placed him at. Next is Rashad Bateman with the Ravens. Where would you put him at, Reed?
I would probably put him top of mid, bottom of good.
That's exactly where I put him at. Yeah.
Top of mid.
Yeah, top of mid. I think he's better than KJ Osborne, but he is not that good or wide receiver one material just yet. If he can ever get there.
I pre-placed Odell.
Makes roster.
Dude, he can make any roster in the NFL. Just because.
So then, wouldn't he at least be mid?
That's what I'll place.
I would say that's a good spot, just because he is a in and out type of receiver who gets in there and then you never see him again. So
overhyped.
Yeah,
I want to put him as a liability because he's a freaking cap liability. That's what he is. A cap liability.
I like that. That's a funny one. Next, I think that is Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers to me was the best receiver last year. I think I would actually put him above Mike Williams.
Okay.
He was good in my opinion. He was the only guy that could actually catch the ball there with Mark Andrews out, with Rashad Bateman not playing up to the standards that they wanted him to. So I think that's where I would put him at.
77 catches for a rookie wide receiver is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's good.
A lot of catches.
He was one of the guys on fantasy that was a hot commodity to get. So I think that's a good spot.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Next up, we got a guy who's now looking for a Justin Jefferson type deal. It's Jamar Chase. Where do we put this guy? Is he a wide receiver one, or do we want to put him in the elite level?
What do you know how I feel about Jamar Chase.
How do you feel?
I think he's just wide receiver one. I don't think he's elite. I don't. Okay. Just because you can blame it on quarterback play because Joe Burrow is not always there. But if you are a true elite type of receiver, any quarterback can get you the ball. And I don't think that's what happened with Jamar Chase. Yes, he also had injuries for himself as well. But he just did not show me that type of production like I would see with Tyreek Hill. With Tyreek Hill, you put in a backup quarterback, Tyreek Hill still gets catches and yards. So he's elite. But yeah, I think I would have Jamar Chase above Jalen Waddle right there.
Okay, I'm okay with it. I do think he's going to stay at the top of wide receiver one. There's very few people I would put above, but this is now the that's the floor of elite basically. You got to be above Jamar Chase in order to get in the elite level. So it's a pretty exclusive club right now. All right.
Yeah, in my opinion, I think it is. I think there's only going to be like three wide receivers there.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm okay with it. We'll revisit in a little bit and see if we might move them up or do we need to reconsider. But up next is T. Higgins, the holdout who has been franchise tagged. He's apparently requested for a trade. They ain't going to trade him because it's way too late for that. We got T. Higgins. T. Higgy. I would put in the good category. It's hard for me to know where to exactly land him because a lot of his numbers are going to be like capped because of what Jamar Chase brings to the team. But I kind of want to put him above Garrett Wilson.
Really?
I don't know. It's really hard.
I think I would put him after. I think I would even put him after. No, I'd say he's right there. At this point in time, I think he is better than Mike Williams. So I think he would fall right there for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think he's better than Zay Flowers. I don't.
Okay. We'll see.
I'm cool with that.
All right. I think this is Boyd, if I'm correct.
Yeah. He's now with the Titans, but this is 2023 tier maker. Yeah.
We'll rank him right now.
Tyler Boyd.
I would put him in the mid area. Definitely above Osborne.
Oof, I don't know. This is a hard one. Because Tyler Boyd, I mean, when Jamar Chase was injured, he played well. But I don't think he was good. So, yeah, I think I would have him mid. But you think he's worse than Odell?
That's where I'm trying to figure out where he lands. I think Odell brings more to a team than Boyd brings to a team. That's what I'll say.
I guess you could say that. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I don't think
That's a hard one to do.
we won't put too much thought into Tyler Boyd.
All right. All right. Amari Cooper.
Cooper.
He's either top of good or bottom wide receiver one.
This is a hard one. Just because I didn't really follow the Browns too much and I didn't have him on fantasy, but he did have a good productive season. I have his stats here: 72 receptions for 1,250 yards and 5 touchdowns. So he was a guy who had more of a long ball type of season. So he had a bunch of catches that were for a lot of yards. I'm not too sure if a lot of those were yak yards or anything like that, but his average is 17 and a half yards per catch. So it's pretty dang good. I think I might put him below Jalen Waddle, but I don't think anybody will surpass him.
Yeah, Amari Cooper is someone who's done it with just absolute bums of quarterbacks in his career, I think.
Yeah.
I think maybe Dak was probably the best quarterback he got to play with, and that was pretty short-lived. He's been playing with the quarterback carousel at the Browns the past couple of years, and he's done really well for himself. So I think he's a guy who has shown that he can put up stats regardless of who his quarterback is. So I think he deserves wide receiver number one.
I'm down with that, yeah.
Cool. And up next, we have...
I believe that is Elijah Moore.
Okay.
I'll double check.
I think he's bottom of mid.
Yeah, that is Elijah Moore. Bottom of mid.
Maybe above Kendrick Bourne or Juju.
I think he would be right under KJ Osborne for me.
Really?
I do. I do like Elijah Moore. I think he's a good wide receiver. A mid wide receiver, since he's in mid. After that, I do not know who that gentleman is, if he is a gentleman. So we'll have to come back with him.
All right.
Until I can do some research.
Goes in the back. Up next, we got the Steelers wide receivers. And right off is, I think that's Deontay Johnson, if I'm correct. Am I correct here, Vince?
Who?
Deontay Johnson?
Yes, that is him.
That's what I thought. Who is now with another team. Can't remember off the top of my head. But I think
he's with the Patriots, no?
Is he with the Patriots? Good for the Patriots. That's a good pickup for them. I would put him below Boyd, above Osborne. That's where I would place him. What do you think?
Ooh.
I think very highly of Deontay. Probably higher than most people.
I think he is actually a good receiver, though. Hasn't he had like a couple of 1,000-yard seasons?
A while back.
I don't know if he did this year because quarterback play.
No, it's been a while.
It's horrendous.
He put up 1,000-yard season back in 2021,
Yeah.
but he's always been above 680 yards. He's had 5 touchdowns last year, but his best season was in 2021.
Yeah, I guess he could be in mid. I think I would put him above Odell Beckham.
Okay, I'm cool with that. As I said, I thought I put him a little bit higher than you would have, but I'm cool with that right there. All right. We are 30 minutes into this, Vincent, and we have a lot to go. So we're going to try to speed it up a little bit. Next up, I believe this is George Pickens. Am I correct?
Yes, that's George.
Okay, George Pickens, absolute. I hate his attitude, but I would say I think I'll put him at the top of mid, maybe even good. He's the bottom of good if he's good.
I would put him at the bottom of good.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
I think he has a lot to show, so I'm cool with that.
He needs to fit the personality, though.
Yeah, true that. He's a weirdo.
All right, and then I am blanking at who Pittsburgh's number 3 wide receiver is.
I have
They really don't pass a whole lot, so it's hard.
I have no clue who that is, so you can slide him back.
All right. Next up, we got Nico Collins, who got a monster deal. So I would say he's definitely wide receiver 1 material because this is his first actually great season last year, I think I'm gonna have to put him in the back of wide receiver 1. But I do believe he's a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, I could say that. I think he deserves it after the type of season that he had. So I'd be cool with having him there.
Cool. Nets, I believe this is Robert Woods. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's Bobby Trees, baby.
Bobby Trees mixed roster, right?
Yeah, I think he's past his prime. He was
Very
serviceable, so it's sad, but yeah, he's there.
Gotcha. I'll put him at the top of mixed roster though, because he's still a veteran.
He's still got the humbleness and the skill level to be there.
Yeah. Next up is Tank Dell, who I think is a good wide receiver. Now, where I put him in good is the hard part for me.
I think that one's hard. I don't know if I would put him above Mike Williams because I don't think he has that type of talent tree like Mike Williams does.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he would be right there or behind George Pickens.
I'm gonna put him above.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I just think it's because he's a smaller wide receiver, so he's limited
for sure.
to just using his speed.
Hey, Tyreek Hill never let that stop him. He could be up here one day.
Maybe. Who knows? He's got to pass Nico though.
We'll see. All right, next up we have Vince.
I think that is John Mechie the third, I believe.
I've never heard of this man. Is he a liability? Is he a roster?
I think he makes roster. He was the guy who had cancer and he had to stay out for a season.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Could you say that next time before I disappear?
You're horrible, Reed. You're a horrible man.
You gotta give me this information. What the hell, Vince?
But
why barely, you set me up, man?
He barely came back this past year. He only had 16 receptions for 158 yards. So
you definitely make the roster, sir. All right. I'm so sorry.
He makes the roster. I don't even know you have him at the back, Reed.
I'm sorry. I
think he'd be right there above Cedric Wilson because I think he has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
He's just recovering.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Michael Pittman Jr. I love Michael Pittman Jr. I think he's a wide receiver 1. I think he's just played with just mid-tier to bottom-level tier quarterbacks. Has never been able to show his true talent. I would say he's wide receiver 1. I'm okay with not putting him above anybody else. At the very least, he's top of good. I think he's better than Garrett Wilson at this point. I think he's wide receiver number 1.
I do think he's wide receiver 1 too. I'm struggling to see if I would put him above Nico Collins because this guy's a reception monster.
Oh, he's so good.
He's so good. So I don't know if I would put him above Amari Cooper.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, because Amari Cooper is just so much more talented still at this point in time. So I think I would keep it like that. No disrespect on Nico Collins, but I think it's just like he's been doing it for the past 3 years. So yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right, next up, I actually know who this is, but I cannot remember his name off the top of my head.
Come on, Reed. I used to talk about him every week.
Oh, does it start with a D?
No. That's the wrong guy.
Okay, what's his name?
This guy's name is Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce. Okay, I would say at least right here. I would say at least.
I would say at the least. Yeah, I think I would put him above Odell.
I'm okay with that. I'm cool with taking him over here.
Yeah, I'm cool with that too. But yeah, I like Alec Pierce. He's a good, reliable guy. So he, in my opinion, is not mid. I think he's reliable. Okay. I'll switch out the words for him.
Okay. All right. Next up, I am blanking on this guy's name also.
Josh Downs.
Josh Downs. Okay. Yeah. All right, Josh Downs.
I think he's mid as well. I think the Colts actually have a pretty good wide receiver core.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Just need a healthy quarterback.
Yeah. I think I would put him above Allen Lazard. Yeah.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah. Right there next to Donovan People. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Next up is Christian Kirk. Whoa!
Whoa, sorry.
That's a fellow Aggie right there. I will not let you disparage this man's name.
Hey, Christian Kirk's all right.
I would put him as least right here, above Tank Dell.
Really?
I'm putting him above Tank Dell. Yes.
Is that because he's an Aggie, or because you?
No, because I think he's done it for a longer time.
This is true. I guess if you were to add that fact in there, yeah.
Like, Tank Dell could absolutely, I don't think he will, but he could absolutely just bum out next year. Christian Kirk has shown he can do it for multiple seasons.
This is true. Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that.
I don't think he's Mike Williams, like that type of player, but I think he's above Tank Dell.
True. Yeah, I think he's a serviceable wide receiver, so I'm okay with having him there.
All right. So next up, we got Gabe Davis, who can do well, but we all know you take the under on Gabe Davis because he just gets so overhyped.
You win more on the under with him.
Yeah. But he's with the Jaguars now. We'll see what Trevor Lawrence and his connection can be. I don't know where I put Gabe Davis. I kind of want to put it above Alec Pierce, though. When he's good, he's good.
Yeah, when he's good, he's like when he's on in the game, he's on. I will say that. Like if he has more than 2 catches, he's gonna get more. So yeah, I guess I'm okay with leaving him there. I wouldn't like to do my boy Alec Pierce that dirty, but yeah. I mean,
I'm putting him above Deontay Johnson as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line. I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
I think Deontay Johnson's way better than ugly old Gabe Davis.
Wow. That's rude. All right.
Here's the betting man right here. His name's
Calvin Ridley.
Calvin Ridley.
This one's hard for me because we've seen the skill. We know he's good. It's blanking on me. Where'd he go?
I'll search it up.
I don't remember.
He's with the Titans.
He's with the Titans. That'll be interesting. I mean, I think with DeAndre Hopkins taking the majority of the looks, I think that could be good. Why did I put Diggs with the Bears? I'm so dumb. I'm putting him back up here so we can rank him.
Because he was with the Texans, yeah.
The Texans. I would say...
Yeah, I'd probably say he's with Gabe Davis. But he did have a good season.
Yeah.
But... I don't know. Maybe we're putting too much disrespect on Calvin Ridley. Because his season was 1,016 yards.
Jeez.
I don't know how many catches he had. Yeah, he had 8 touchdowns.
See, it was, if I remember correctly, and I'm not looking at his stats right now, but it was just like blow up game and then nothing, blow up game and then nothing, blow up. He was just so inconsistent.
Yeah, he was that type of guy that was wishy-washy. He had some games with like 6 receptions, some with 3, some with 6, some with 4, So he was up and down. But he was still good. 76 receptions, 1,016 yards, 8 touchdowns. I guess that categorizes him in good. I think I would put him below George Pickens, though.
Right here? Oh, right here? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think he's better than Rashad Bateman right now at this point.
Titans got a good receiver, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we slept on him.
Stephon Diggs. This is hard for me.
I don't know, man. It's hard. I think he is still categorized as a wide receiver 1.
He's definitely wide receiver 1. He's in this category.
Yeah, I think he would be at the bottom. I think Nico Collins is going to be better than him. This past year, I think he was better than him.
We really need AJ here for this one because he's a Stephon Diggs truther.
I just think Stephon Diggs was like also a guy like Calvin Ridley who would like disappear, especially when they played against like tough matchups. I think Diggs would disappear because there was a game where Diggs didn't have a catch.
Yeah,
Like,
he hated Josh Allen.
yeah, they were like screaming at each other. Let me pull up his stats. But yeah, it was still great. I mean, 107 receptions, 1,183 yards, and 8 touchdowns. So he has to be up there in the wide receiver 1 category.
I think he's better than Waddle.
Really?
And I hate Stephon Diggs.
He's good. I will say that for sure. But it's just for me those times when he had no receptions or like, you know.
For
But
sure.
there are games where he popped off for sure. I will say that.
Where are you putting him?
I would put him right. I guess right there. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard because all these top number 1 wide receivers have so many different types of skill sets. So
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard to rank them. Who's better for sure, who's not. Because Amari Cooper had more yardage but less receptions. Pittman had more receptions, about the same yardage. Nico Collins had less receptions, about the same yardage. Like, it's hard. So
All right.
I'm fine with keeping Steph on there. He's
All
good
right.
still.
We'll see. Is this Evan Ingram right here? It looks like Evan Ingram.
I do not think that is him. I think that
Or is
is.
that's.
I cannot remember his name right now.
Oh, I think I'm. As soon as you say it, I know it.
I have no idea who that is right now, but his face looks familiar for sure.
No, it's. I know who it is.
No idea.
Where 2023? Give me 2023. He's not with them anymore. He went to a different team.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like AJ has talked about this guy a lot.
is it Marvin Jones or is it Zay Jones?
Zay Jones, yeah. I think it is Zay Jones.
It's one of those two. I'm going to assume it's Zay Jones.
Yeah.
If it's Zay Jones, he's in mid tier, I would say.
Let's see. Yeah, that is Zay Jones. Good job, Reed.
Yeah.
Good job. Yeah, this year I think he was injured a lot though. Because it says his stats were 34 receptions, 321 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He did have wide receiver galores around him.
Yeah, he did. Also true. So yeah, I'm cool with having him in mid. I would say I think he's a little bit under KJ Osborne at this point.
Okay.
Just because of production, you know.
I'm cool with that. All right,
Alrighty.
next up, we had DeAndre Hopkins. Now he's wide receiver 1 of his team, unless Calvin Ridley takes that from him. But this is, I mean, did he not just have like 4 touchdown game? Did he with Will Levis, or was it a 3 touchdown game?
I think it was 3.
Okay, this is a guy who technically still has it. I mean,
Yeah,
he used to. We would call him in the elite category. I think he's still wide receiver 1 or number 1.
Yeah, it was 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's hard for me to figure out where to put him in number 1 though.
Good old trusty stats, Reed. You got to go back to the stats. So for him, 1,000-yard receiver still.
Yep.
To this day, it's crazy. But only 75 receptions. But then again, yeah, you have to think of like, DeAndre Hopkins is sticky hands Hopkins, and he always will be. So it just depends on who he has a quarterback. So I still think he's number 1 wide receiver, but I would have to sadly put him right there.
At the bottom?
Yeah. I am a stats guy, and I will continue to be a stats guy. But
stat that? Hashtag stat that?
Hashtag stat that.
All right.
But yeah, I think Nico Collins, just because of age, I think Nico Collins is the better wide receiver at this point.
All right. I'm cool with it. Next up, who we got, Vince?
I think that's Treylon Burks.
Oof.
Yeah, that guy who was supposed to replace A.J. Brown when they traded him away.
Yeah, that was a crazy trade.
Yeah. I think I would put him at...
He makes roster.
Yeah, he makes roster. I'm just trying to see if he would be mid.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, let's keep him there. Yeah,
All
he had
right.
a horrendous season. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's been a bust, unfortunately.
Yeah. And then after that, I think that is Nick Westbrook Akine. He had a better season than Traylon Burks, but I still think he just makes roster. I
Yeah.
think it's they didn't have a good wide receiver core.
All right. I'm pretty sure this is Jerry Judy, right?
Jerry Judy, yep, who is now where
Where did
is
he
he
get traded
at?
to?
I feel like it was the Titans, but
Was
it
it
could also.
really?
I feel like it could be. No, it was the Browns.
Good for the Browns.
Yeah, he's a Cleveland Brown now.
I'm just gonna keep him in the mid tier, top of mid. I don't think he's good.
Yeah, I think mid is serviceable. I
Okay.
would say he could creep into good, but I don't think he's. I don't know. Jerry Judy, man. After that, let's see. I think that's Cortland Sutton.
It should be Sutton.
Yeah.
Put them next to each other.
I actually think Cortland Sutton's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's just me.
You would put them at bottom of good.
I think I would put him at bottom of good. And then that other dude, trying to figure out who that is. Because I don't think he's on roster anymore. Oh, never mind. It's Marvin Mims. I think he would go into mid.
Really?
Yeah, just because he didn't play a lot.
Okay. You cool with putting him right there?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Tony, he's a freaking liability.
Yeah, get that guy
Absolute
trash.
Look at his face here, man. That is
Get him
scary.
out of the league. That guy needs to be out of the league.
All right. Now, at the end of last season, everybody was talking great about Rashee Rice, but this man is now a liability. Getting in car crashes, getting in fights in bars.
This guy's off his rocker right now, bro.
I mean, right now he's a liability.
Yeah, because he could possibly not play this year, honestly.
He's not going to not play. They're not going to suspend him for the whole season, but there is a chance that, yes, he gets suspended for a few games.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think he was good when he played, but yeah, I think I'm gonna keep him there at top of mid. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
MVS, Marvin Marquise Valdez-Scantling.
Yeah, I think he's also mid because he had his games.
Yeah, it's the story of MVS. As a Packer fan, I know.
I think he would be right there where Tyler Boyd's at. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm putting him above Tyler Boyd at this point in their careers.
Sounds good.
And then I am blanking on this wide receiver.
I think that is. Let me see. Oof. Is that Justin Watson?
I'm not sure.
I think. Let me see, man. No, I don't think that's Justin Watson.
I don't know who this is.
I have no idea who that is either.
Put him in the back.
Leave him in the back.
We'll figure it out later. All right, Devontae, I think he's still wide receiver one.
Yeah, he is. He is.
It's gonna look pretty bad this next season with whichever direction they go with, but I still think he's great. Not as good as he used to be. That's why I'm putting him at the bottom. I think DeAndre Hopkins could potentially have a better season than him. I just don't know what this Raiders offense is going to be able to do next year. Defense is great. Offense is questionable as heck.
I think I would put him right under Pittman for his recent season. Yeah. He had 103 yards, 1,144 103 receptions. 1,144 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
All right.
He was just quiet because that team sucked. So
They were mid. They were mid.
they're mid. Yeah, I guess they were mid, but like as of expectations on who they had, that team was not. So that's where I would put him. I think this year he could possibly have a way better season with the roster that they are gathering, but as still now, he's kind of solo dolo there guy. Like he has nobody around him.
All right. And I am blanking on this man, but I was a big fan of him in like the middle last year. Jacoby Jones?
Myers.
It's Myers, sorry. I think he is mid. I would put him above Rashid. Oh, what did I just do? I took Hunter Renfrow.
I think you took both of them, yeah.
Just that's wrong,
Yeah, I think I could have Jacoby there. There's a possibility where he could sneak into good, but again, like he only had spurts, so it wasn't full season, so he wasn't there yet. Maybe this year.
Came from there. Hunter Renfrow. This is a little hard because two seasons ago we would definitely say mid, top of mid, maybe. But right now, I don't know where I would place Hunter Renfrow.
Didn't he go somewhere else too?
I don't think he's with the Raiders anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think he might be. Where are you, bro?
Last year.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him at mid too. Yeah.
Last year he had 49 receptions for 605, so I don't think I'm gonna put him on the bottom of mid.
Nah, not at the bottom. I'd say like around like KJ Osborne area again.
I like how we just use KJ Osborne as like.
Hey man, he's probably the guy I'm most familiar with because he was always on waivers.
Gotcha. All right, next up, Keenan Allen, who is now with the Bears. So let me stick him with the Bears. Where are the Bears? Yeah, that's who I meant to put.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, Chargers. Is this Quentin Williams?
I think is that Joshua Palmer or Quint? I think it's
probably
Palmer.
Yeah, it's Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna add. You talk about Palmer. I'm gonna add Quentin.
I mean, Joshua Palmer was just a fill-in guy. Whenever they needed him, he was there. I still think he's mid. Maybe this season he can move to good. But 38 receptions, 581 yards, 2 touchdowns. Like I said, he was just a fill-in guy for when there was injuries to Mike Williams as well as Keenan Allen. So he was just a rotation guy. So I think he would be mid. But
Quentin Johnson, that's his name.
Quentin Johnson. They also got Ladd McConkey, but he was a second rounder, so we're not going to put him in.
Yeah. All right, give me 2 seconds here. Bam.
All good.
Bam.
And then next for you Cowboys fans. Ooh, yeah. We're almost there. But let's see. K Dizzle.
Oh, no, it is Quentin Johnson.
Is it?
Yeah. And we have 2 of them.
Oh, nice. We'll use one as Josh Palmer.
We're not going to do that.
That's weird. They look identical then.
They're not identical. What does Josh Palmer look like?
Like that?
Wait, no, he's not.
Yeah.
We'll look at it. No, it's not. That's Josh Palmer is a completely
bald. Well, in my defense, the thing we're looking at is pretty small for me.
You're a menace. You are a menace. Damn, missed the light without AJ. God, that guy sucks. So peaceful without him. You're a menace.
Jeez.
All right, well, hey Dizzle, thanks for joining in midway through.
Yes.
We are currently ranking wide receivers, so look at our current basis right now and tell us if we're wrong. I know you always have an opinion about everything, and this is the wide receivers we still have to go.
Still got a lot.
Quentin Johnson, I think he's Make's roster right now. I put him at the top of Make's roster just because he was first-round pick. But dude was a liability. He lost some games in certain position times, but yeah, I think he should Make's roster because of his first-round status.
Yeah, I would say so too. Just dropped a lot of catches, so See if he can develop more like they say he is.
This says Reed TF is good with Rodgers having trouble putting on his shoe. He has blisters, man. Blisters. AG cried. He loves Aaron Rodgers so much when he saw he has blisters. It was really tough on him.
It was.
Chase not being elite is crazy, dude. Can wreck games. I kind of want to put him elite. Vincent disagreed with me, so he's out wide receiver number 1. I want to try to revisit it at the end of this and say, hey, Vincent, I think he is elite.
If we're going off of 2023, I don't think he was elite. The year before that, heck yeah.
We'll revisit it. All right,
Yeah.
I'm still finding Dizzle. We'll see.
Yeah, you and Dizzle can fight me.
All right, now here's a guy who was waiting until the Justin Jefferson deal got done so that he could try to get a type of deal close to it, and that's CD Lamb. And I have to say I would put him right here above Jalen Waddle because I don't think he's better than Jamar Chase.
I think he's better than Jamar Chase.
So are you saying he's elite?
I'm saying he's elite.
I cannot believe.
Reed,
you're putting him as elite. I'm putting Jamar Chase as elite.
Do you know CD's stats?
CD's stats are incredible. I know.
135 receptions, 1,749 yards with 12 touchdowns. Jamar Chase is like 300 or 400 yards below him.
Because he lost his quarterback.
30. That's why I'm saying, yeah, this year because of quarterback stuff, Jamar Chase is not elite.
Jamar Chase put up those numbers with a backup quarterback. He's elite.
Nope.
I'm putting him as elite.
You can put him as elite, but I don't claim that.
I'm claiming him as elite.
But CD is probably one of the best receivers, if not the best receiver this year. This past season.
All right. Dizzle says Garrett Wilson is number 1. He hasn't played with a good quarterback yet. Put Wilson with CJ Stroud. Come on now. I think we could all agree with that. CD is elite. Anyone who can write games is elite.
Yep. Exactly.
Jamar Chase can write games.
I don't know. Not this past year.
I think so. I think so.
I don't know. You putting Jamar Chase above CeeDee Lamb was crazy. If we're going off of this past year,
I'm going off of just who they are.
Well, then that'd be totally different than DeAndre Hopkins would be elite because DeAndre has always.
Well, also who they are now.
Exactly.
Oh, he lost his quarterback. Don't disrespect this man. We need Kyrie in here to take your head off.
Bring Kyrie.
All right, we're gonna keep moving on just for the sake of time. Next up is I'm blanking Cowboy wide receivers right now.
Who is that man?
It's one of these Noah Brown.
I believe one of them. I think the second guy is Noah Brown.
Okay.
But he's no longer with him. Because I think he's with the Dolphins, if I'm not mistaken.
Brandon Cooks. That's who it is.
Is that Brandon Cooks?
I'm pretty sure that's Brandon Cooks.
Again, it's really small for me, so let me see. Yeah, I think that is Brandon Cooks.
I'll zoom in for you.
He's got some cornrows now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is him.
I don't know. How did he do last year, actually?
Let's check. He was totally outshined for sure.
For
but
sure.
54 receptions, 657 yards, and 8 touchdowns.
I think I'll have to put him as mid then.
Yeah, I think I would put him maybe below Rashee Rice.
I'm okay with this right here.
Yeah.
I'll put him below Judy.
Yeah, I think Jerry Jeudy has the potential to be a better receiver than Brandon Cooks off of this past year. So I'm good with that too.
All right. And is that Noah Brown?
I believe that's Noah Brown.
I don't think he's with the Cowboys still.
No, I think he's with the Dolphins now. I think.
Sounds like them.
I would check though. But Noah Brown, he's mid.
I'm putting him as bottom mid.
Oh, is Noah Brown actually with the Texans?
Yeah, I thought he was with the Texans last year. There you go.
Yeah, he's with the Texans.
I don't think that's. Is that
that's
Turpin?
Not him. That's not him.
Is it Turpin?
Could be Turpin.
Who are you?
I have no idea who that is, actually.
All right, we're putting him at the bottom then.
Yeah.
We'll clear you out later.
If you don't know his face, he's not that good.
All right, now we got a bunch of Giants wide receivers. This is gonna be bad.
Gosh. This one is going to be bad.
I think the first one is Hyatt. No, that's Hodgins.
Yeah, that's Hodgins.
I'll put him at the bottom mid.
I don't think Hyatt is up there.
I don't think he is either, but I would say I won't add him because I don't think he had that great of a season, if I remember. But I will say that is a guy that could potentially pop up one day. I think he has a lot of talent. I will say Hyatt does. I don't know who these other two guys are. Who is the wide receiver? We don't know. It's this guy right here. And I'll zoom in for you. Who is this man? Who is this man? Let us know, Dizzle. You got anybody for Giants? Vince, you're muted. Sorry.
I know for sure that first guy is Darius Slayton.
Okay. Makes roster.
Yeah. Honestly, all these guys are going to make a roster because they made a roster. That last guy, I cannot say I know for sure who that is.
We're not going to figure it out. We'll put him here.
Mm-mm.
All right, A.J. Brown. This is going to be a hard one. He's good. He's so good.
I think he's above Jalen Waddle.
Like, talent-wise, this man is incredible.
Yeah, and he's a massive guy, too. He's like
so
DK Metcalf size, but better. And I will say that because he is better. That's Michael Gallup. Are you for real?
Really?
I didn't know he was with their team this past year. Liability. I'd say, yeah, he's mid. If that's Michael Gallup, yeah.
That's Neighbors. No, it's not.
No.
It's not Neighbors because Neighbors is right.
He's right
here. He's right here.
Yeah, the second. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting. Michael Gallup.
Makes roster?
I think he's bottom of mid.
Okay. Interesting.
Michael Gallup was all right.
All right. Are we putting A.J. Brown on top of wide receiver 1?
That's a hard one, man.
No pants otter, you know nothing about football.
Gallup is.
I know who that is. That's why I say that.
Okay, that's funny. I'm gonna pull up his stats because I want to see stats.
A.J. Brown.
Yeah, 106 yards, or 106 receptions, 1,453 yards, and 7 touchdowns. So yeah, he is a number 1 wide receiver. I don't know if he's better than Jamar Chase.
I would say no.
Yeah, I think he is better than Jalen Waddle, though.
I'm okay with him being right here.
Yeah, I'm cool with that, too. He's not in my elite category.
All right, and I know who this is, but I'm blanking on the name.
Dude, Reed.
I know, I'm the worst.
He's the best secondary receiver in the league besides Jalen Waddle.
I know.
I'm just joking. He's not that good anymore. That's Devontae.
What is his name?
It's Devontae Smith.
Smith.
Yeah. I talked about him during the season. 81 receptions, 1,066 yards, 7 touchdowns. In my opinion, I think he's better than. Yeah.
I think above T. Higgins.
Yeah, above T. Higgins, but not better than Zay Flowers.
Right.
He's been overshadowed ever since A.J. Brown came.
All right.
That last.
K Dizzle, I'm going to go to the comments real quick. K Dizzle says AJ. In my opinion, AJ is an elite, but it's so close. I think it's very, very close. It says not third T is better. former Heisman. Reed, you don't know ball. Who is?
He was a former Heisman.
Yeah, but is
A.J.
he talking about
Brown?
T. Higgins or?
I think he's talking about A.J. Brown.
Who you talking about, Dizzle? Let me know. I'll defend myself. All right.
That last guy. Is that last guy for the Eagles, right? Is that Watkins?
Yeah. Watkins?
Shit, I don't even know who the guy is, honestly.
Vincent, that was your job. That was your one job.
There's too many people, Reed. They move
know.
so much. They move so much.
Gaineswell?
No, Gainwell is wasn't he a running back?
Yeah, you're right. Wide receiver. Paris Campbell?
I don't think that's him. Could be. But no, it doesn't look like him.
Do you know who Paris Campbell looks like?
Yeah. I'm looking at their pictures.
Okay.
Don't know who that guy is. I think we can slide back, honestly.
Okay.
Some of these guys we're just not going to get to because
It says it's Quez Watkins. You were right.
Quiz. Yeah, see, I knew it was Watkins.
All right.
I think he'd probably be mid, maybe above. Yeah, above Allen.
I'll put him above Allen. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
He says Devontae Smith. That's what he's talking about. You think Devontae should be higher, Dizzle? Where would you put him? Would you say he's wide receiver 1? I wouldn't put him above Garrett Wilson. And that's where we're saying Garrett Wilson.
I've always been high on Devontae Smith ever since he came into the league. But I don't think this past year he was better than Zay Flowers.
Quay Watkins after your Super Bowl parlay. What did he do? Did you take the under and he just screwed you? Or did you take the over and he screwed you?
Jeez.
I'm sorry to hear that, Dizzle.
That's sad.
I want all the homies set their bets.
We want to be millionaires.
Yep.
Ooh,
right,
Commanders.
McLaurin as number 1, I would assume.
Yeah.
I love McLaurin.
I know you do.
I'm such a McLaurin guy.
Like, too much. Too much of a McLaurin guy.
Whoa. Okay, we got to stop right here. It says,
Oh
I think
my
Garrett
God.
Wilson should be above Waddle, respectively. I think you should look up Waddle's stats and what he does as a player. I think Waddle's great.
Preposterous, Dizzle. But then again, Dizzle is all in on the Jets this year, remember?
He is all in on the Jets. If I would love for Garrett Wilson to go out there and make me eat my words, have a incredible year with Aaron Rodgers. I think that'd be really cool. Right now, with what I've seen with a bad quarterback, I don't know if this little bird can actually fly. You know, that's the quickest example I can give. But there's so much potential there. It's just can he grasp everything that he needs to? That's the hard part. Brother, just wait till next year. This man will be playing with Zach Wilson. I understand that.
That's true, yeah.
That. And one preseason half he was heaty. That's a preseason. It's preseason. Nobody knows what that means. Nobody knows. Well, I understand what you're saying, though. So I do. He could potentially be great. Where do you put McLaurin? I think he's wide receiver number 1.
I mean, I'll look at his stats, but I think he's just good.
You think he's just good?
79 receptions, barely eclipsed 1,000 yards, 1,002 yards with only 4 touchdowns. I think he's good.
I'm putting him above Zay Flowers.
Yeah, because that's exactly what Garrett Wilson did. That's exactly what Zay Flowers did. Even Devontae Smith had more yards and more touchdowns. So it's hard for me to be a Terry McLaurin guy when he has stats like that. But then again, quarterback play is a big thing. Maybe he could be way better. But I just don't know. I haven't always been a McLaurin guy.
All right. Reed, Rodgers, he locks in on wide receiver 1. He does as far as his last few years. He definitely has done that. I watched it for 15 years. Not the whole 15 years. He used to spread the ball around when he was a young guy. But now he's an older guy. So, hey, maybe he does focus in on Garrett Wilson and only give him the ball. And hey, maybe he's the Devontae Adams type of player that can take that type of pressure of having to consistently beat coverage like Devontae Adams beat coverage. because that's the only way he's going to do it. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe he can. As I said, I hope he makes me eat my words. But right now, what I've seen, I'm going to put him at top of good. And I wanted to put him at bottom wide receiver 1. Vincent maybe put him at good. Okay.
Who are we talking about? Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson still.
Yeah. He's just good right now. Next year, he can be wide receiver 1 material for sure.
I wanted to put him at bottom wide receiver 1. That's where I was going to put him. All right. Next up, is this Dotson or is this CJ Samuel?
That's Dotson. I don't think Samuel is here.
Really? It's not Samuel right here?
No, that's De'Ami Brown.
All right. I don't know what Dotson's stats were last year, so this one's a little hard for me.
Let me double check for you. I think he's going to be a mid player, but 49 receptions, 519 yards. So he's mid.
I put him right below MV. No, I put him below.
Yeah, I put him below Osborne. Okay. Osborne is the benchmark guy.
Next year, he's going to be elite along with Olave. I don't know about Olave because of Derek Carr, but I think he'd definitely be elite next year. I think that's in the playing cards. Garrett Wilson.
Yep. And then that last guy is De'Ami Brown, I believe. And he is just another, makes roster guy.
Okay. I'll put him right here.
Yeah.
I don't want to put him. I'm sorry, Cancer Man.
Jeez, Reed, give him. At least know his name. John Mechie III.
All right. Next up is Keenan Allen. Spencer Rattler is a beast.
Keenan Allen with the Bears? Oh my God, the best wide receiver room in the NFL, Reed?
I think he falls with the Bears.
No, but this is off of 2023, Reed, and who he is now.
Who he is now with the Bears. I would put him. Oof, that's hard to do. I don't know where to put him. Where are you putting him, Vince? Help me.
Keenan Allen, I still think he's wide receiver 1.
Okay.
Because he has the same exact stats as Nico Collins, as much better than DeAndre Hopkins. He has the similar stuff to Amari Cooper. 108 receptions, 1,243 yards, and 7 touchdowns while being injured for a couple games. So I still think he's wide receiver 1. I would probably put him right under Nico Collins just because he was injured. So his stat padding was not
end of good.
End of good. You think he's worse than Cortland Sutton and Calvin Ridley? I think he's wide receiver 1. In the Bears offense, I don't think he's going to have those numbers because
I think DJ Moore is going to be better. So we're going to rank both of these guys at the same time, okay? I think DJ Moore is going to have a much better season than Keenan Allen will.
Yes, but again, Reed, are we grading on what is going to be the 2024 season, or are we grading on what he's done this past season?
What he's done and what he's going to do.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, there can only be one wide receiver 1. It's either going to be DJ Moore or Keenan Allen. I agree with you that DJ Moore, who had a better season than Keenan Allen this last year, so of course DJ Moore was always going to be higher than Keenan Allen for me, but I still think they have. It's a very high possibility. He was hurt this past season with the wide receiver 1 position that he had still. Shoot, I don't know, man. I'm okay with putting Keenan Allen in good, but if I'm going off of 2023, I think he was a wide receiver 1.
I see. I know. I understand what you're saying, but if we're putting Garrett Wilson here, then it's hard for me to put. It screws everything up, in my opinion, as far as how I think about things. Dizzle says D-Hop being wide receiver 1 is a joke. We're in 2024, boys, not 2019. He played with Will Levis and Ryan Tannehill and had over 1,000 yards. D-Hop is not who he used to be in 2019, but he's still a good wide receiver. Completely agree with DJ Moore and Rome. Way better than Keenan at this point. I don't know about Rome being better than Keenan, but
yeah, we still haven't seen him translate to the league.
I think DJ will have a great season. Keenan Allen will be here.
Come on, Reed. One of them has to be a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, but Garrett Wilson is here.
Dude, Garrett Wilson is blah compared to these guys' stats right now.
There.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
I would have put him above.
So he had
DeAndre,
way
but-
better stats than Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
DJ Moore did.
and Keenan Allen
Yeah.
and DeAndre Hopkins. Not reception wise, but yards wise.
Just a question for you. Garrett Wilson, over or under 1,400 yards? Over or under 1,400 yards with Aaron Rodgers. I know he's going to take the over, but I just want him to say it.
No D-Hop. This one. So funny.
I love this guy. All right, next up for the Bears. I'm blanking on who this is.
I do not know who that is. It could be Portis.
Oh, is it Equanimeous St. Brown?
No, that's not how he looks.
Yeah, he looks stupider.
Equanimeous was on the Lions this past year. No, he was on the Bears, I think.
If he's 1,250 yards and 10 touchdowns, I don't know if that's. I would put that as elite.
You would put that as elite?
I said I don't know if I would put that in. Oh, it's Mooney. Yeah, he's right.
Oh, yeah, Mooney.
Mooney's mid. I would put him right above. I'll put him right below Osborne.
Yeah, he was only kind of a deep threat guy every now and then.
Dude,
Dropped quite a bit of passes.
Chase Claypool, freaking Canada League.
Canadian League, baby.
He's signed with somebody.
He's
right?
with the Bills, right?
Yeah, he's with the Bills because the Bills ain't got nobody.
Poverty wide receiver core right there, baby.
Yeah, I think he's a liability.
Yeah. Bricks for hands.
You remember that one? It's called The Pivot. The podcast is, and he's like, I believe I'm like a top 5 wide receiver. And they're like, yeah, man, talk your stuff, man. I was crying.
And he had like 200 yards throughout the whole
season. Oh,
so funny, man. Some
right.
of these guys are just funny.
All right, Amon-Ra St. Brown just got a big new deal. In my opinion, if we're ranking him on St. Brown, I don't think he's as good as AJ Brown is. What do you think? Below Waddle? Is that what you're thinking?
No. I'm not thinking that. I'm thinking if he's because he was good.
He was great.
Let me check his stats. I'm a stat guy.
Stat that. Hashtag stat
that.
He had 1,500 yards last season.
Is that
1,500?
That's a lot, man.
That's a lot. I know. 10 touchdowns.
That's a lot too. 119 receptions. That's a lot. I don't know if he's elite. If he has one more season like that,
1,500 yards is a lot.
I know.
It's kind of hard not to do this. I think I'm going to do that.
If he's an elite, I think he's better than Jamar Chase right now. I think there's a high possibility. I think there's a high possibility that if Amon-Ra is elite right now, next year he's going to be even better than Jamar Chase. I don't know what it is in me, but I just don't think Jamar Chase is all that in a bag of chips like everybody thinks.
I think he is all that in a bag of chips. Dizzle says Amon-Ra is better than AJ, but not elite, where he can break games. When I think elite, I think he has the ability to ruin games. He's so good, and I love him, but he's not an elite talent.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell.
I feel like we're just saying that because of his size, you know?
Yeah,
I think when he has the ball in his hands, he can do so much incredible things.
Exactly. It's hard. It's hard to say.
Oh.
I'm going to look at some of his game stats. How about let's do that?
Okay, do that. Let's see what Dizzle says. He has amazing hands and great in short, intermediate routes, but he can't house it anytime he touches the ball. He had a 70-yard. I don't know if he went for a touchdown, but I know his long was for 70 yards, which is
Dude,
that's a lot of yards.
He's had some great games. He's like some double-digit receptions, like 100 yards in more than half of his games. I kind of agree with Dizzle that he's not a game breaker, but he's a yardstick mover. 100% through and through. Every time he gets the ball, he's always going past the yardstick for the first down. So
Ken Strider says he may have the strongest hands of any wide receiver currently. Okay.
I could agree with that, you know. If I were to say it, I think he's another guy that's kind of like DeAndre Hopkins that can catch a lot and rarely drops the ball.
Doesn't say he's not that fast. Like Jamo on their team is a gang breaker. Jamar Jamo. Who's Jamo? Is that a nickname that I'm not missing?
Yeah, I guess. Is that Jahmyr Gibbs?
This is always just so in with the times, man.
I know, bro.
He's got all the nicknames.
He's hip.
He's hip. He's cool. Wish I was like him.
I don't know, man. Oh, I like it.
No, I didn't like it. There we go.
I don't know, man. I think Amon-Ra is very, very good.
Jameson Williams.
Oh, Jamo's.
Amon-Ra is a young man, Keenan Allen, but more healthy. I would say, yeah, he has a lot of. I think Keenan Allen's a lot taller than him off the top of my head, but he has a lot of same
attributes, I guess.
Attributes. See, I just don't know Jameson Williams' nickname because he doesn't do anything a whole lot. So,
not yet. Apparently, he should be good, but
we'll see. I think he's just gonna be a role player.
Yep, very true.
I'm okay with putting him right there.
I am too. I think Dizzle's trying to get in our heads because I don't know, but I think he's a great player.
Yeah,
I think AJ would agree too.
AJ definitely he loves Amon-Ra.
Yeah.
All right, this one I'm blanking on.
No. Who is that? I know I should know his name.
Yeah. Jameson Williams.
He's a player, a team hopper. I know that for sure.
Who do you go to?
I know the other guy is Josh Reynolds, second guy. Oh man, why is his name?
I respect that, Dizzle. Ron Rob reminds me of Hines Ward, but better. Love his smile. I like that.
Yeah. That's a guy I haven't talked about in a long time. Hines Ward.
Looks like Marvin Jones. That's what I was thinking.
Marvin Jones. Yeah.
Was he with the Lions last year?
Let me check. I feel like he was with the Jaguars for a time. But I don't know if it was before or after. Yeah, it says Marvin Jones.
Yeah, he was with them last year.
Jacksonville Lions.
He only had 5 catches for 35 yards.
Oof.
He has not been good since 2017.
Sounds about right. He's a team hopper, like I said.
Yeah,
I know for sure.
He makes roster at best.
Josh Reynolds, though, I know for sure was decent. So I would put him somewhere in mid.
I'll put him right there.
Sounds cool to me. No need to waste it on
Should I put Jamo in here? Oh boy, we got the comments rolling. Kyrie's in here.
Oh shoot. Kyrie is here.
Mon is not elite. Oh my god. He's not. Is that Donovan Peoples-Jones? I don't think. No, I'm pretty sure it's Marvin Jones. Question mark. I think he was funneled out of rotation and Reynolds got more snaps. Definitely. Yeah. Marvin was with us, but was let go. Okay, there you go. Replace him with Adams.
You think Devontae Adams is elite? I think he could be, yeah, but not on that team.
Marvin Tron's had 4 touchdown games. He's for TD games though, a long time ago. Josh Reynolds is now in Denver. Hey Kyrie,
I know he's gone.
where does Jamar Chase in your wide receiver rankings? Is he number 1?
Gee,
Is he number 4? Where is he?
You don't even have to ask that, Reed.
He's better than Amon saying Devontae. I didn't know you were a Devontae truther.
Wow. He likes Devontae. All right, Reed, you should know these receivers for sure.
Yep, it is very hard for me to rank these guys.
It's hard for me too. I think they could be like all stacked together.
So I know where Romeo Doubs lands. He lands in mid. He has 11 touchdowns through his first 2 seasons. I would put him right here. That's me. Where are you putting him?
Let's see. Where'd you put him at?
I put him above Gabe Davis. Right here. 11 touchdowns.
I think I would put him a little bit higher.
Okay, I'm trying not to be super biased.
How many yards did he have? If you know,
it's in like the 500, 600 year range. He's not a yardage guy. He's a red zone target. That's who Romeo Doubs is most of the time.
Then I would say about right there. Then
okay.
If yards wasn't his main thing, but it was like red zone, he's still. Yeah, I would even say he could be good, but I think that's more of your other guys over there.
Okay. Christian Watson. I mean, I think he could be wide receiver 1 if
he's just injured so much.
If he doesn't get injured, but a attack on him, like me and other Packers fans were honestly at one point of the season like wincing every time we saw the ball thrown in his direction. Yeah. Because he was not playing well. He was not high pointing the ball. He was not winning 50-50 balls. He came together at the end of it, but at one point it was looking really bad. It's hard for me to put where Christian Watson is, so I'll let you see.
AJ
says he's right. I don't know who he's talking about there. Amon-Ra or talking about Packer wide receivers?
I think he's talking about Packer wide receivers. AJ loves Amon-Ra. I still think maybe he's mid then, you know? I think he would be right next to what's his name?
Romeo Doubs. I'm putting him above Romeo Doubs because I think his ceiling is higher.
Yeah.
Actually.
I would agree. And is that Wicks?
This is not Wicks. This is Jaden Reed. But Wicks, I didn't want to add him because then it looked biased that everybody has 3 wide receivers and I put 4 for the Packers.
No, I think it would have been all right because all your wide receivers are like right next to each other, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so I'll put him here. But
I'm fine with that.
You're fine with that? I think Wicks could maybe outshine all 3 of these guys next season.
Very highly likely, yeah.
He has so much talent. I don't know if any of these. The problem is I don't know if any of these guys are going to be able to showcase their talent as far as stat wise, because they're all sharing the ball. Jordan Love just threw to whoever was open, whoever Matt LaFleur schemed open. It's going to be so hard for me to see where everybody goes. All right, let's get back to the comments. This says if Watson is healthy, he would end up wide receiver 1. Okay, I would agree with that. Who's the first guy? Second row mid. Sort of looks like Derek Carr. Second row mid. Are you talking about this guy?
Oh, that's Renfro. Yeah, it's Hunter Renfro.
I'm pretty sure. Talking about.
Yeah,
because he got kicked down once we added the Packers players. Okay. Kyrie wide receiver 1. Kyrie wide receiver 1, and then Ken is wide receiver 2.
Ken Stouter.
I like it. Oops, second guy row mid. We know what you're talking. That's Hunter Renfro.
Yeah, Hunter.
Kyrie Irving, GOAT.
I was watching the basketball game right now.
Oh, is it?
It's the finals. Yeah.
Is the final started today?
I think so.
Okay. Just I thought you were a Celtics fan. I didn't know he was a Mavs fan too. HG is wide receiver number 3. Wow. Now when I lock him up, swipe your hands. Jam you up on the line, dude. Kyrie says my top 5 are in is Hill, Chase, JJ, CD, Adams, AJ.
Is that the order?
Yeah, I think that's his order. That's why you put Chase there.
This guy's a lunatic, bro.
I'm surprised he didn't put Chase first. So I think
guess
I think this is honestly
growing.
level-headed Kyrie right now.
He's growing as a football fan.
Dang, he's putting Dizzle on the bench. Wow.
Crazy.
I don't know. We've seen Dizzle what he looks like. I mean, he tells us how he goes on runs all the time. I think he's pretty athletic. I think I would put him. I'll put him up there. Oh, Ken's blushing. Kyrie's crying. Oh, because I went to Renfro. Dizzle equals bench. Dizzle agrees apparently. So AJ, I would cook you 4 miles yesterday, 6:55 pace, 2 miles today, 6:02 pace. Dizzle's pretty fast, man.
It's not bad. He couldn't beat me though, and not in high school.
In your prime, yes, he could beat me though.
Yeah,
he's faster than me. You won't get past 5 yards with AJ. This is.
It's gonna be beach day AJ out there.
Okay. He gonna jam you at the line? Oh my gosh! All right, let's get back into this. Okay, so Justin Jefferson is just got the big new deal that he's been wanting for a while. I think it's like $35 million per year. A little lower than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be higher than that, honestly. But he stupidly signs with the Vikings. I think it's dumb because I think he could have been gone down as one of the best wide receivers of all time, and I don't think he's going to be able to do that anymore with J.J. McCarthy. I think he's going to be very frustrated with this deal and ask for a trade in a couple seasons. I don't think he should have signed. I think he should have forced his way out. But that's me. He's wide receiver 1. Or elite, I mean, where we put him, that's the hard part.
It's hard because he had an injury-riddled season. He still had 1,000 yards, though. So 68 receptions, 1,074 yards, 5 touchdowns. But we know what Jay Jettis can do. So being the player that he is now and what he did this past year, I think I'm going to put him 3rd.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I know he can be the top guy. Like, I think he's one of the wide receivers who could break 2,000 in these next few years if the Vikings get it right. 2,000 yards in a season. That's the only guy that I think would be able to do this on this board.
So I'm putting him at number 2 above CD because he their stats are basically the same, except Justin Jefferson was injured last year.
Yeah.
So now their stats are the same. I think if Justin Jefferson was able to be healthy, his stats are obviously way higher. I think he could even got more money than he got this past season or today.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's a better wide receiver than CD.
Yeah, I do too. I definitely think he could be number 1, but he missed 7 games, so that's what's really tanking him for me. But
I don't think it changes anything about who he is, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I 100% agree. Cool.
All right. He's gonna jam you on the line. This says AJ, I deadass would beat you in a push-up challenge. You juice head turkey. AJ says challenge accepted. All right, guys, here, right now. If this video on YouTube gets 5 likes, we will do a push-up challenge between AJ and Dizzle, sponsored by NSP, and we'll see live who wins. 5 likes, we'll do it.
Dude, I would love that.
If Dizzle accepts that challenge, I don't know if I don't want to pressure him to lose or win on live television.
I don't know, man. He sounds pretty confident.
He sounds very confident. Still lead after CD. Dang, so you put him after CD.
Yeah, kind of like me. But yeah, I mean, he has the possibility of being like you said again, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time.
I don't think he's gonna do it anymore. I think he
we'll
ruined his chances.
We'll see.
I think Justin Jefferson was the best chance in a long time for someone to finally surpass Jerry Rice. I don't think he's gonna be able to do that anymore. Because in order to pass Jerry Rice, now you need not just the stats, you need the rings. He's not going to get the rings with the Vikings.
Kyrie barely got it.
You got Amon over Jamar Chase. No way y'all got a slot receiver running slants Merchant over Chase. 1,500 yards, man. Jamar Chase.
That's a lot of slants, bro. It's a lot of slants.
Jamar Chase is. I'm pretty positive Jamar Chase has never gotten that many yards before.
Never, not since college. End the stream now.
End the stream. He's never had 1,500 yards. He only had 1,455.
Yeah, man. See,
that was his rookie year when nobody knew that. Hey, we need to double, triple cover this man.
Yep, he was just getting free streaks.
And the stream. I agree with Vince. I see it. JJ, CD, Adams, St. Brown, Hill, Chase. Interesting.
If that's the order, yeah, I think that's a pretty good order. I still think Hill would be up top though, but yeah, pretty cool. Thank you. All right, let's keep it rolling.
Addison. I think he's top of mid.
Yeah, he didn't have 70 receptions, 911 yards, 10 touchdowns. So I think he's in the good category.
I'll put him above Sutton.
Yeah, I think right there is pretty good. He's pretty good. I like him. And then I don't think Brandon Powell is on there, right? Let's take him off.
Nobody knows anything about. Why do y'all hate Amon Ra? AJ, can you say something nice about Amon Ra in the chat, please? Because we're getting a lot of Amon Ra hate. Chase was injured for 6 games, and that season, no Joe.
It happens, man. You know, that's why he can't be elite. Can't stay on the field. Quarterback either.
Ridley, Boyd, and D-Hop are top 10.
Oh God, Rave has joined.
Boyd?
Rave has joined.
D-Hop and Ridley, you have a fighting chance. Maybe you've entered the conversation, but with Boyd, you've lost all credibility. Rave, thanks for joining in. We appreciate it, man.
Hit the like button so you can see AJ and Dizzle do push-ups.
Yes, that is a real challenge that's happening.
All right, let's
next
move on.
Up is Drake London. I don't know how I feel about Drake London, so you go first, Vince.
He is mid.
That
guy cannot, yeah, I would say maybe even below Packers wide receivers. I just do not believe in this guy. He is like, what's his name from the Colts? Or the Titans, I'm sorry. Treylon Burks, yeah.
He's not as bad as Burks, is he?
Oh, yeah, he's not as bad, but like that's what I see him as. Every time I see his name, I'm just like, But he did have a good season, I will say that. If I will say I'm putting a little bit of shade on him because he had a similar stat line to Addison. So 69 receptions, 905 yards, but only 2 touchdowns. Addison had 10 touchdowns.
Man.
So, again, I just think, he just got a couple good catches, got a couple good yards every game, and I still think he's mid. That's just me.
All right. We're getting some major hate right now. He says, I ain't going to lie. I used to think y'all knew what you were talking about, but you guys have no idea.
Oh, gosh.
Kyrie, I think you still owe AJ like $100 or something because you lost your bet about the Bengals or something like that.
It's true.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Drake London is before Keenan. Wow, you put Drake London that high? That's crazy.
Every time I see these comments, I lose a little bit of credibility that I give to these fans.
I have no problem with y'all giving Hill and JJ over Chase, but anyone else, absolutely not, even if it wasn't a Bengals fan.
I don't know, man.
Not even CD?
I
kind of understand where you're coming from with Amon Ra being upset with that. I'll give you that. But CD Lamb, I think he's fighting right up there with Jamar Chase. Kyrie, wide receiver 1. Ken, wide receiver 2. Rave, wide receiver 3. AJ, tight end 1. Dizzle, cut from the practice squad. Disrespect. Disrespect. Kyrie Kyrie, have you watched any Lions games? Not sure what you hang up this young man is the man. Just saying, hey, stand up for your team, Ken. Stand up for your team.
I agree with him.
Y'all don't understand how important a quarterback is for wide receivers. I completely understand. Look at Addison with Jay Jettis out and before Kirk got hurt. He was really good.
Yeah, man, we're factoring in quarterback play here. I mean, but still, if you're that good to be an elite or wide receiver one, it doesn't matter who's throwing you the ball. I mean, those quarterbacks are in the league for a reason. So get open.
I love the subs comments. Nestor's over here eating his popcorn and enjoying himself.
Yep.
Chase is better than CD.
I don't know, dude.
It's really that simple.
I don't think so. I would be willing to put money that CD will be higher in every single stat than Jamar Chase will ever get.
Jeez. It just says, yeah, Dizzle, that's why all the Patriots wide receivers are bums. And Ken is roaring. All right,
let's get to these.
We are struggling getting through this last half right here.
Yeah, man.
We've been over for over an hour and a half.
Yeah, I think we've gone like maybe 10 or 15 players in the past like 30 minutes because of all the comments.
All right, bedtime, boys. Hey, see you later, Dizzle.
Laters, man.
Appreciate you joining in. All right, who's this?
Let me zoom in on that thing. Oh, dude, I don't even know. Are we still on Falcons?
Right? Yeah, we're on Falcons.
Is that Hodge? No, dude, I don't even know. Put those guys at the bottom. Nobody wants to talk about those guys.
All right, Adam Thielen.
Woo!
Had a hot start and then just fell off the face of the earth.
Hey, man. It happens. He still had a good season, though.
He had a good season. What was his ending stats? I don't remember.
103 receptions with 1,014 yards, but only 4 touchdowns. I mean.
Yeah, with this one, dude. We've seen you, Dizzle. We know what you look like. You are not.
You are the farthest thing away from that, my friend. Does that matter? Jeez. Crazy.
All
yeah,
right, Adam where does he go?
I don't think he can be put in mid.
Okay, really?
I don't think so.
You think he's good?
Maybe this next upcoming season, yeah, he will be mid. Because he's going to be overshadowed by Deontay Johnson, who's the newest Panther wide receiver. But, I mean, you got to also understand that the Panthers were tanking. I would say at the back of mid.
The back of mid?
Or back of good, sorry.
Okay.
Back of good. Just because he was very productive in the beginning. But once the Panthers started noticing, like, hey, guys, we could get another good pick. You know, so let's just throw it all away. And Adam Thielen fell off. So.
All right. I'll let you put him there. I'm not going to fight for it.
I'm joking. He's in mid.
That's what I thought.
No, yeah, you can put him behind. I think he's above Odell, though, for sure.
I'll put him there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay.
Nice.
Who's this? Panthers wide receiver.
Is that DJ Chark?
Maybe.
Let me check. Let me zoom in.
Yeah, that's DJ Chark, and I think this is Mingo.
Yeah, it should be Mingo. I'll double check, though.
DJ Chark, mid.
I don't know,
I'll
man.
put him above Allen Lazard. Maybe do a little bit better.
For some reason, they have Terrace Marshall there instead of Jonathan Mingo. That guy just makes roster.
Okay, right there.
Alrighty, Saints.
Chris Olave, what do we think of him?
So hard.
He
was a guy I was high on also, but he just like kind of did not meet expectations. I think he's good.
Yards.
Yeah, I think he's good. I don't know how high I would have him though. 87
I put him in right
receptions.
there. I think he's better than Addison.
Yeah, for sure.
this
I
point.
don't think he's better than what's his name right there? Betting gambling boy. Can't remember his name.
Ridley.
Yeah, Ridley. Sorry. Brain fog right now. Olave is better than Nico. Oh my god. I'm not gonna listen to this one.
All right, just says I love Calvin Candy. He's my role model. Shark is good. AJ says Shark is a team jumper, but helpful one. Good dude. Olave is better than Nico. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Chase goes for 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns. If he goes for 1,800 yards, I'm putting him at very top. Okay.
That's the thing, Kyrie. He doesn't do it.
Yeah,
Until he does it.
Incredible rookie season. Incredible.
And I will say,
consent.
I will say, quarterback play because of injury is a big reason why he's not that high for me. But he just hasn't been able to do it. He hasn't shown that type of, elite status to me. Kyrie, you can drink the Kool-Aid over there, man, with Jamar Chase.
Okay. I want to answer the next one right here. Dizzle says, brother, look at Nico before CJ. He was so irrelevant. I think Nico was playing with worse quarterbacks than Zach Wilson. So that's all I have to say about that. Am I wrong here?
Who's he talking about? Nico who?
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins?
Yeah.
You think he was playing with a worse quarterback than who?
Nico Collins, before CJ Stroud, was playing with a worse quarterback than Zach Wilson.
Oh, yeah, with Davis Mills.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's keep moving. He's not talented, though. Nico was hurt. There we go. Another one for Nico. If Chase has a season that CIN should make it all the way, hope they do it all, make it all a cat Super Bowl. No, thank you. That sounds lame. Davis Mills was good for a stretch with Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, for a little bit. It's like 4 games.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna try to power through some players, and then we're gonna jump back into the comments. Okay.
Let's do it.
Michael Thomas, that's got liability. Am I right?
That's the slant king, baby.
Slant king liability. Am I right?
I think he makes a roster, but yeah.
Okay.
All right, next is that Shaheed.
I think it's Shaheed. Makes roster.
Yeah, makes roster. All right, Mike Evans.
He's wide receiver one. That's hard.
He's so good.
He's so good for so long. Where does he end up now, though? I kind of want to do this.
It's so hard. But I think you're kind of right, just because of the pedigree that he always has played with. But
comment.
No, I'm not reading them.
Yeah, I'm trying to straight away.
I'm going to try not to read any of them. But yeah, 79 receptions, 1,255 yards, and a whopping 13 touchdowns. You'd be insane to not put him in number 1 wide receiver category.
Yeah, I put him above Nico Collins and sticking him there.
Yeah. I could argue that he could be above Devontae and Pittman because of last year, but I mean, I think this year he won't be.
My mouse just died, damn it.
Oh, right. Great.
Next up is
I don't know.
Chris Godwin, though.
Oh, Chris Godwin is another guy who's pretty great. So
I think he's in good category.
Yeah, I think he would probably be closer to the top of good.
I'm putting him behind Keenan Allen as far as for me.
Oh wow! So you think he's
camera also? That's great.
Jeez, Reed.
Everything's falling apart, boys.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. 83 receptions, 1,024 yards, but only 2 touchdowns. But then, I mean, Mike Evans was snagging all the touchdowns away from him. So I think he's good.
I'll put him right below.
They have a great duo.
Yeah. All right. Next up is who's the third guy with the Buccaneers right now.
It was a revolving door. I mean, right now they have Trey Palmer, but I think they also played with like Jake McMillan, some guy. I don't know. I don't really want to do. We can put him in the back.
Okay, got it.
And then we got that ugly boy.
Let's go to the comments really quickly, and then we'll jump back.
Go ahead.
All right. Davis Mills was good for a stretch with Brandon Cooks. Nico isn't having 1,000 yards this year. What?
Wow,
this is Nico hater, man. Davis Mills was good for a stretch neck. This is the one that made me laugh. Going to bed, AJ, look at my gooch. I just shaved it for you. Nice for you. Thinking about a first year incredible season. Second season, he was out for 6 games, still had 1,000 yards. Third season, no Joes, still had 1,200 yards. So year 4 is going to be his best year. I would love to see it.
We'll see, man. We'll see. I hope Joe Burrow can stay healthy so you can plead your case.
I want him to be healthy because that division is going to be absolutely bonkers if it is.
Yep. Very true.
What would need to be added to London and HN for Chase? PPR, no super flats. AJ says send them a tight end.
Do it, bro.
Thanks for watching, Jake from State Farm.
I don't know, man. For HN, yeah, I guess. I don't know. If you have a spare quarterback that you can throw in there, if you like Chase that much, yeah.
All right. Hey, Jake from State Farm, what are you wearing?
I love
Had
it.
to do it. Would be funny if they had the jersey on backwards. Helpful also.
It's true. So you can see the names right here.
Yeah. All right. Nets. This is
Hollywood.
Hollywood. I'm pretty positive. Who's now with?
He's
Chiefs.
not there. Yeah.
I'm just. This is a long list now, Vince. Give me some time, okay? Gotta pull them up.
Let's see. Think he's good?
I'll put him right there.
Wow. Sure. Yeah, I'm cool with that. No, lower. I don't like him.
Whoa.
He is a 1,000 yard receiver, though. I know that.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Next.
Who's this?
Is that Michael Wilson?
Probably.
I don't think so, but could be.
Vincent, you were on the rosters, knowing everybody's face.
Dude, all the rosters have changed, Reed.
Vince.
Is that Greg Dortch? Might be. No, I don't think it's Greg Dortch either.
Vince.
Chris Moore? Nope, not Chris
You
Moore.
said you breathe football.
Not these guys. These guys are like barely making rosters.
Well, all right. Makes roster.
There you go. I believe the next guy is Greg Dortch, though. Yeah, it's Greg Dortch.
He makes the roster.
He makes the roster, baby.
All right. Cooper Kupp. Coop. Amen. This is a hard one.
He would be wide receiver 1, but now he has a playmate. So it's hard.
Do we say he's better than Garrett Wilson?
This season, I don't think so. Let me read you his stats.
Okay.
This is also Cooper Kupp being injured for some time. 59 receptions, 737 yards, 5 touchdowns. He had a really bad season. But we know who Cooper Kupp can be. But again, he is also 30 years old. So
I put him right below Garrett Wilson.
I think I would put him lower.
Where are you putting him?
I think I'm going to put him right there next to Donovan. Right there. No. Down. Right there.
There?
Right there. Yeah. That's where I think he's at. Because I don't think he's better than Keenan Allen. I don't think he's going to have a better season than Keenan Allen.
I'll put him right here then.
So you think he's better than Godwin?
Yes.
Okay.
That's up, Spooka. Cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
He's incredible, man.
I hope he can keep it going this year, though. But okay, I want to read his stats though because it's freaking insane.
Yep.
105 receptions, 1,486 yards. It's so crazy. 6 touchdowns. He has more yards than everybody in that category.
Yep.
I think he deserves to be a little higher. I think he's above Nico.
Nico?
Yeah.
I think we need to move DJ Moore up then.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay, I'm putting DJ Moore here then.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Putting Puka there.
Yeah, sounds good.
This one is.
I
know that guy's Slovak. I'm pretty positive.
Is that DeMarcus Robinson? No,
Maybe.
Could be.
Read the comments while.
Yeah, do that while I look. I know the next guy is Skaronski. So I love that guy.
Chase is so talented, so 1,800 yards, 14 touch isn't a stretch. Anybody getting he's possible of getting a stat line like that, but any elite guy getting 1,800 yards and 14 touchdowns is a stretch. Okay, that is
it's a monstrous feat.
It's a monster season. Jake is wearing khakis.
Yeah, I like it.
That would be normal for Chase if it's his expectations. He's that elite.
But it's the expectation, but he never meets it.
He hasn't met it.
He hasn't.
Puka crazy. He just took over Cup, who still has speed. He is crazy. Crazy.
Okay, I think that guy is Van Jefferson.
Van Jefferson. Okay.
Yeah.
Bottom of mid for Van Jefferson.
Yeah, he had a really bad year this year. 209 yards.
He's so off.
Yeah. But I know for sure the next guy is Ben Skaronski, baby.
Oh, Ben Skaronski. There we
Love
go.
that guy.
I knew the last name started with an S. All right, where is he?
I think he's in mid category, honestly. He's like another, yeah, I would say there.
Okay. Debo.
Oh.
Where are we putting Debo?
Honestly, I think he's just good.
Yeah, I'm not putting him wide receiver number 1.
I can check his
stats for
stats,
another
though.
guy.
60 receptions, 892 yards, 7 touchdowns.
He's always hurt every season.
Yeah. This is my non-biased opinion. I think he's right there before Addison.
Before Addison?
Yeah.
Where's Addison?
Up, purple.
Right
Oh, no. Sorry. Who's that other guy?
That's
Oh, Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers.
Yeah, okay, never mind. He's behind Zay Flowers.
Okay.
I think that's where he is. Just because he's always injured. He only shows up, in my opinion, when everybody like Kittle, Ayuk are on the field. But if one of those guys is off, Debo doesn't have the same success that he usually should have. But he is a great receiver. I mean, he torches us almost every year, just like Kittle does. So,
all right.
Next
up is Ayuk. Yeah.
The guy who should be their wide receiver 1.
Yep.
So 75 receptions, 1,342 yards, 7 touchdowns. I think he's wide receiver 1.
Where do we put him in wide receiver 1?
I think he's above DeAndre, yeah.
Below Nico? I don't put him below Nico because of the weapons around him.
Yeah, I could argue with that too, yeah. I do think he is better than Nico for sure, as of his talent tree.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm cool with that. I don't think he's better than DJ Moore right now, though.
All right, we'll leave it right there.
And then last but not least, I believe that is Jennings.
I know he was tatted up like that.
A lot of them are tatted up like that. Juwan Jennings, I think is.
He's
AJ would put him at good. I know that for sure.
He's good. For his role, he's good.
Yeah.
But we're not putting him in good.
Nah, he's mid. Yeah.
I'll put him above Osborne.
Not bad.
All right, your boys. What do you have to say about your boys?
DK. I need to pull up their stats though for sure because I don't have them memorized.
Oh, what kind of Seahawks fan is this guy?
Hey, bro. It's okay. It's okay. I
Already
know for sure he has above 1,000 yards. But DK, again, I don't think he's really our wide receiver one. I don't think we really have a wide receiver one, but 66 receptions, 1,114 yards, 8 touchdowns. I think all of our guys are pretty much in good. So I would probably put him right below Cooper Kupp, in my opinion.
Wow.
That's where I think he's at.
Look at this unbiased guy over here.
Yeah, I think Tyler Lockett is still good, but I think he's above Olave.
Oh,
Nah, right below Olave, I would say. I think he's better than Hollywood.
What was his stats last year?
Last year he had a dip in stats, but every year before that he had 1,000 yards. This year, 79 receptions, 894 yards, 5 touchdowns.
I'm gonna do that to you.
That's fine. And then JSN,
JSN.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. I'll read his stats, and then I'll let you determine. 63 receptions, 628 yards, 4 receptions. Or 4 touchdowns, sorry.
I'll do that to you.
I'm cool with that, too. I feel like he's about Packers level wide receiver there.
Yeah.
Hopefully this year he gets better. But yeah,
Hey,
that's my...
there's a lot of guys in the mid category that can make huge jumps.
Yeah, there is.
A lot of guys.
Should be a fun season.
All right, now we got the
rookies.
rookies. Marvin Harrison Jr., where does he end up?
I think he has to be good.
He has to be, right?
I think he has to be. I think he will land. I think this is where he's going to land. I think he's going to be right around where Debo and Flowers are.
It's going to be right here?
I think that's where his peak this year is.
Is that how we're going to rank them where we think they're going to land?
Yeah, because, I mean, we really don't know based off of what they're going to be.
Okay. All right. Malik Neighbors. He's Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones.
Honestly, I think he's going to be good also, but lower because of Daniel Jones.
I'm doing this.
I think that could be respectable.
Right there.
I think yeah, that's about right. I would see it. I think 800 yards. Roma Dunze.
That's a tough one because there's so
stacked.
many people to feed in that offense.
Stacked wide receiver room for sure. I think
he would do that.
I think he would be above Malik Neighbors though.
You think so?
I think he's going to be a guy who gets touchdowns.
Okay. All right.
I'm cool with that.
I think this is Michael Thomas. Or no, Brian Thomas. There we go.
Brian Thomas, yeah.
Yeah. He got selected by... Oh, I lost the thing.
Yeah, I forgot who he's with.
2024 draft.
He was
Brian Thomas.
Selected.
He was Jags.
Those are the Jags.
Yeah.
Interesting, especially since
where'd he go?
He's right there at the bottom of mid.
There he is. Since he's with the Jags, I'm gonna put him right around there where we put what's his name?
The Bills wide receiver.
Yeah, him. That guy.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now either. We've been on too long.
We'll get on to him. We'll get to him.
Yeah, I think it's right there.
Xavier Worthy.
The
Chiefs.
I think he's gonna be maybe right. I don't know if he's gonna be that good. I think he's a guy that's another like MVS. So where's MVS?
He's right next to MVS.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess, yeah.
I mean, he's with the Chiefs. They're gonna Andy Reid is gonna scheme up something where he can be a focal point. Like I would be expecting at least one 60+ yard touchdown for this guy. If he's on any other offense, I would be worried about him. But with Andy Reid's offense, I feel pretty dang good about him.
I just don't know if he's gonna eclipse more than 700 yards. That's my thing. So I don't know if I would be able to put him above Brian Thomas and all of them.
I didn't put him above Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas is right here. Oh, that's Malik Neighbors. Sorry.
Yeah, they're right below him. Yeah.
I would put him above them.
I think he won't exceed them, but that's just me. But okay, yeah, he's gonna be in mid for sure.
All right, AJ's guy.
Pure Saul.
Where does he fit in with that offense if Ayuk comes back? Juwan Jennings being Juwan Jennings.
I don't know. I don't know if he'll rise above Juwan Jennings. That's my thing. So I don't know how much playing time he's actually going to get. I think he'll be in mid for sure. And I think it's just safe to put him below every other rookie right now.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I forget it was his last pick, Xavier Leggett. Yeah, that's who it is.
Oh, Xavier Leggett, yeah.
Yeah.
Panthers.
I mean, he has a chance to shine with the Panthers, but we thought that about Mingo also because there's so much room.
But Mingo is small. Leggett is big, but also Leggett is already having injuries. He has a hamstring injury, and he's not in training camp right now. I think he would be better than Brian Thomas.
Okay with that.
I think that's where he'd fall.
Just as their chances the rookie here.
Yeah. And these are the guys that we didn't know. I think we should just leave them in mixed roster. Yep. Cool.
Oh, this is Quentin Johnson's second time. We'll get him out of here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, God. He's a liability.
Oh, no. All right. So this is our 2024 wide receiver tier maker.
Yeah.
Tier list. I'm not going to read it all through. I think this is me. So just to be clear, this is me, Vince, fighting on a lot of things. So it's a little messy as far as what my thoughts are or Vincent's thoughts are. I think Vincent would have only had 4 wide receivers in the elite. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. I think it's a pretty good one. I would love to see looking at this at the end of 2024 going, wow, a lot of these guys jumped. Wow, a lot of these guys just completely fell. It's going to be very interesting to see what ends up happening. But that's all I got to say. We have been live for now over 2 hours. It's been very exhausting. It was very fun. Thank you guys for coming in the comments and giving us some great things to react to. Let me go ahead and hit the comments one last time. Ken Strider says the full room at Chicago. It's very full. I think the 2 rookies build a bond. It could happen with Roman Dunze and Caleb Williams. It could be, but with DJ Moore already, he's been a part of that offense. As far as all the wide receivers, he knows the offense already. Keenan Allen's learning it. Roman Dunze is learning the NFL. I think DJ Moore is definitely going to be the bell cow of that offense, in my opinion.
But definitely next year, I think Roman Dunze has this breakout season when Keenan Allen is most likely not there.
Yeah,
so.
I agree with that. What wide receiver had the most rushing yards last year? I'm not sure. Vince, you want to Google that real quick?
Yeah, I can do that.
And Ken is because that was a long stream. I mean, it's just chances Debo, but he didn't really go in the running back position, I thought, too much.
I looked it up and it was like Emmitt Smith. Yeah, Debo Samuel, 255 yards.
255?
225 yards, yeah. Sorry.
Last year?
Yep, this past year.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so I called it right.
All right, you guys take care. Also, good job on today's live. Thank you, Nestor.
Thank you, Nestor.
WK98. We appreciate you. We appreciate you tuning in. So that's all I have to say. Vince, you have any ending words before we end this NFL wide receiver tier list?
I'll just always stand on that. I don't think Jamar Chase is at an elite level as a wide receiver. So he proves me wrong. He's not there for me. That's it.
All right. Thanks, go Debo, he says. And that's all I have for you guys. I very much hope the Packers all jump in this list, the wide receivers, and they can do incredible things. We'll have to see. But very excited for the 2024 season. It's going to be a good one, and we'll see you guys there next week, obviously, but we'll see you in the 2024 season as well. Thank you guys. Keep on grinding.